Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome to Global Magnates, where we are going to create our very own shipping company. We're going to be transporting goods from one city to the other all the way around the world. We're going to claim ultimate dominance. We're going to become the most profitable company, or we're going to face bankruptcy. I haven't decided yet, guys. I haven't decided. This game might become a potential series, only if you enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new, so you do get notified when more episodes do come out. Don't rely on the recommended tab. And leave a comment saying, Cynic, you full play some more, and we'll do just that. So it could become a potential series. We're going to jump into a brand new game. And I'm going to jump straight into a sandbox. That sounds pretty interesting. Right, we're going to start at the earliest year, which is 1960. The starting region, we will do Europe, if that's possible. Where's Europe? Right, Central Europe, Northern Europe, Southern Europe, Western Europe. Because I want to start in the UK, so we're going to go like Western Europe. We'll keep everything all the same, and a number of AI players, 5. Ooh, this is going to be exciting. Okay, right, I think I'm ready for this. I think I'm ready. So let's confirm. Now we need to create our very own company. So my name is Seniac, and my company name is going to be the Fools Transport Inc. Okay, right, I can't write the whole thing. Fools Inc. There we go. That's a great name, right? Right, I got to pick myself a glorious avatar. Which one looks like me the most? Before you say, no, I'm not great, and no, I'm not bold. I'm going to go with this dude. He looks pretty suave. Right, so we need a company logo. Now, what screams shipping company than a boat? Of course, right? Do I go orange? Do I go red? Do I go... That's like diarrhea color, green. I'm going to go red. Red means power and danger, and that's what I want to strike fear into my competitors' minds. Right, let's confirm. We are now loading in. Right, so I'm going to quickly pause the game, just so none of the AI companies slowly sneak up on me right now and try and take over. So this is the world. The world in which we can now navigate. And it's kind of crazy, because you would assume there'll be a lot of places to go in America. But then you realize this is all to do with shipping. There's not many shipping places, but there's loads in Europe. So it's I think, is it defaulting me to Liverpool right now? Is this my like starting location? So this is my company, Fools Inc. This is me, Seniac, right now. We have a port output. We can kind of see some stuff there. We can kind of change it to a demand to see what it requires. So basically, each port produces a kind of product. And each port also requires a certain product. So, for example, if I select London, London demands right now coal, oil, clothing, and preserves. Now, this is all weekly demand. The industry itself demands cotton, grain, glass, and timber. And then it produces lumber, textiles, liquor, and eventually a furniture factory. Now, what it produces, I'm assuming it requires the raw resource to be able to produce that. And that's what we're going to have to give it or try and ship to it. Now, we've got 10 million, so I'm not sure how well we're going to be able to do. I do have to lease a warehouse at the port if I want to, which is making me think I already have. Yes, I already have Liverpool as my starting point. Now, I would have chose London just because it's a 2-star, but hey-ho, there you go. But at least we are starting in the UK. We'll give it that. We'll give it that. So, let's see what we can do first then. So we already have a 3-year lease on the kind of like the port or the warehouse within the harbour right now. And the port itself demands iron ore. So I've only really, because it's like a 0-level port, I've only really got the ability to give it iron ore and for it to eventually also export coal. So if I can find a place, right, that produces iron ore and wants coal, I could transport both goods very easily. But I think that's going to be a very, very difficult thing to do. It really is. It really is. So reality is, I'm either going to bring coal to here, Sorry, I'm either going to export coal from here, or I'm going to import iron ore into here. It doesn't really matter, one or the other. Now, I'm not sure if it's like distance-based, but I'm looking at the top right now. Now, Bergen... Bergen produces iron ore, so maybe I get it from over here. It doesn't need any coal, which is a shame. But at least it's a nice little simple trip to Liverpool right now to give me that iron ore. Right, so let's create a line then. We need to set up our very own line. So we're going to go down here to route. And we're going to create a new route. And we're going to go from Liverpool all the way up here to Bergen. And we need to lease a port in that town right now, which we'll go for a 3-year one. So they kind of like, you know, align in some way. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I'm not sure how they're going to do this, whether it has to sail around or it's going to go straight through. I'm hoping it doesn't go straight through. I have not created land boats yet. I have not created that type of technology. So, no import there, port of import there, no import. Yeah, so it's pretty much all set up. So, port of import for Liverpool, pretty much set up. No coal import. So, in reality, we're only really making money in one direction. You could argue it's not great. So, we need coal and iron ore. So, we are doing bulk. And we are going to be picking up... Oh, we can actually see from this view who really wants it. And what about coal? See, now, if we did a route where we were going to Amsterdam, you were making money there. That's getting a little bit too confusing. We'll just kind of keep it as it is. We'll keep it as is. Anyway, right, next, we now need to select our ship. So we've got a bulk ship here. It's a 5 kiloton capacity, which is huge. We'll select it, and then we get to choose the speed in which it travels. Now, the quicker it goes... the faster we make money, but the faster we make it, the more fuel it will consume. So I'm going to put it there to 50 knots. Oh, this is management right now. I'm not sure if this is going to be the right idea, but I'll finalize it. And then we have now technically created our first route. Now, we're operating, but I've still got the game in pause mode at the minute. So before I do anything else, right... Before I do anything else right now, let's just take a look at some of the other stuff. So you can kind of see the price of what fuel currently is. Now, fuel will go up and down, which will make stuff expensive or not. The current rate of bulk shipping, container shipping, and oil. So right now, you make a lot more money shipping oil. Understandable. I can buy more ships. There's a couple more available at the minute. Not more unlocked just yet. And where do I get to see the other companies? So this is my company, Falls Inc. right now. We can level up all different departments. We can even get a loan. I can hire a CFO or a CTO or I'm the CMO. Chief Managing Operator. Is that what it is? I think so, because I'm the boss. Right, very good. Let's jump into play mode then. And let's see what happens. So, is that my ship there already coming into Liverpool? I assume it is. Right, I assume it is, boys. And now we play the waiting game. So I'm assuming we're now loading, right? So if I go to our routes right now, we're operating. The ship is... Where is the ship? It is status resupplying. Right, okay. Fair enough. The status is currently resupplying. Let me fast forward a little bit. And there's my ship. Right, okay, so I am the red boats. That's what we've got to remember. The red boats are underway, boys. They are underway right now. So, somewhere around the world, we will eventually start seeing the other AI popping up. And I'm not sure where they're going to pop up from. I'm not sure if they're going to start in the same region as me. I'm not too sure how this is ultimately going to work. Oh, okay. There is a ship from an AI competitor right now. That is Nexalite. Interesting. So they're carrying iron ore as well. I've come to collect some iron ore. So, you know, don't take all of it, please. Don't take all of the iron ore right now. Thank you very much. And there's another ship right there. That one is Ocean Sprint. Interesting. Oh, there's another one. That one there is Marine Forge. Right, and there's another one right there gone to Liverpool. Oh my goodness me. Sea Quasar, if that is how you pronounce it. Right, I've now met all of the AI competitors. Very good. So we're now going to grab this iron ore. And we're going to now distribute it all the way down to Liverpool. Which once they get the demand, that then hopefully is what's going to be required then to unlock the steel industry at some point. Now, it is producing coal, which I think some people are already taking it. Not good, not good, not good. But we need to figure out who and how we can kind of disperse that coal. That's what we need to figure out next, because it's another good. Now, I could have set it up on this line, and maybe that would be the efficient way to do it. It's probably the efficient way to do it. Right, so farm production growth by 10%. So, we need... Let me check port demand. So, does London... Oh, London requires coal. So, why don't I create or edit my current route? That will pick up coal there, drop it off. Right. And then on the way to there. So, we make a little bit of money going this way round. Now, Bergen requires cotton. London requires cotton. Weekly output of timber, fabric, or alcohol, basically. Oh, see, once you get this to like 300k, we could kind of do a route between Liverpool, London, and Bergen. And each direction, it could make money if we can also deliver fabric. Oh, that's a pretty smart idea. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty smart idea. But we need this to kind of increase slightly anyway, so it's just what we have to do. Right, so am I able to edit that current route? Or is it a case of no? I'm going to remove the ship from that line. I don't even know if it made any money. Right, I'm going to remove the ship. There is a problem with the ship, apparently. Oh, I've got no ships assigned. Right, how do I edit this route then? So, edit, no, hold on. List, no, route details. Oh, it did make profit. Right, we need to make sure that it's always making profit. Right, let me delete the route and we'll start again. Now I'm slowly learning, okay? Now I'm slowly learning. So a new route, which will go from there to there, which I've got to pay a lot of money right now to get a, oh, that's expensive. But it'll be worth it in the end. It will be worth it in the end, boys. And then back up. Ooh, that's expensive, isn't it? So, it's going to Bergen right now, and there's nothing. It doesn't pick up anything in London, which is a shame, really. It's a shame. I want to exit that real quick. Let me pause the game. I want to see if there's anything possible I could pick up in London to deliver elsewhere, because that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. So port demands, we could... Let me just look at port output. So we're looking at timber, fabric, and liquor. So if I put it on port demand, any timber, fabric, or liquor? Now, over here, Rostock requires timber, but it means kind of sailing all the way up to come back down. No, I think I just stick with my little trio that I just created. We'll stick with that. I've paid for London right now, which is slightly expensive. And probably the wrong thing to do. But that will do me. That's going for London. That's going for Liverpool. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that is right. That is right. That is right. Right, select you. Maybe I increase the speed again. Maybe I'll do 14, so it's like half consumption. Finalize. You're on it, boys. You are now on it. So it would be nice to buy a secondary ship for this line. So why don't we look at buying a secondary ship right now? We'll go to the shipyard. And, oh, it's kind of expensive, isn't it? But we kind of need it. So let's... What's the difference here? We could... Oh, wait, hold on. Have I got additional ships in the dock? Oh, okay. I've got a container and I've also got an oil tanker, apparently. Oh, okay. So I can either buy another one of those boats for this current route, or we can go a little bit, like, into a different direction. No, I'm going to buy one more. Let me buy one more. So construction time is 3 days, so I'll have to wait until that's done. But at least we can make some serious cash Ola right now. Right, I'm just waiting now. Oh, my boat carrier's completed construction. There's my ship right now, which is transporting the goods to London. So it will make a little bit of chunk of change right there. Will not load anything up, but it will resupply. So off it now goes up to Bergen, which will now pick up the iron ore to take back to Liverpool. Right, very good. In the meantime, on that route, by the way, can I throw on another ship? So select another ship. There we go. That is now underway. Fast forward to kind of get it going. Oh, hold on. What is this? Due to the impact of the environmental degradation, a new environmental policy for the maritime industry has been issued. I gotta pay? Well, I didn't pay. Is that going to affect me? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point. I am not sure. Right, one ship is on the way in. One ship has just left. We're hoping that this is going to be double money. So we need to figure out then whether this route is profitable. We need to figure out if we are profitable at this point. Right now, no. Right now, no. Last month, we lost 2.9 million, but that's because we did buy a load of stuff, so we kind of have to give it a little bit of time. This shipyard has produced a ready-made 5K tanker. The price is slightly above normal. The ship already... No, not this time. Right, they're throwing a few things at me right now to try and make me spend a bit more cash, and I'm not quite ready for it just yet. Right. My bulk ships, then, are doing pretty good. They're not doing too bad right now. Sydney is increased in prosperity. So, with what's going on then, we're not supplying Bergen with anything. We're just taking from it. London, we are delivering coal, but there is a weekly demand that it wants 6k, which we kind of can't satisfy that. I mean, it says satisfaction 100%, but we're not satisfying the actual demand. Same with Liverpool right now. We do export the coal, and we are importing the iron ore at the same time as well. So, we're meant to be importing the iron ore. Right, it's about to be dropped in right now. There we go. There we go. But it wants a lot more. I do have now I've got 2 ships on the go, so hopefully that's going to work out in the long run. Right, so the fact that I've done my bulks, I've also got a container ship and a tanker ship that I can also utilize. So why don't we get those up and running? I think we should. I think we should get those up and running. Now, let's see what the output is. And out of these 3, I don't think any of them do anything relating to oil. Although London does demand oil, there's nothing I can export that would be in a tanker. So, port demand, but then again, both London and Liverpool require oil, but I might bring it to London because, you know, I'm going to decline this at the minute. Thank you very much. So, who is outputting oil? How far have I got to travel right now to see somebody outputting oil? Okay, right. We've got to either go down to Kuwait, down to Aden over here. Oh, okay, right. Anything north? Anything north? Nothing in Russia. What about if I go over? Okay, that's actually quite a long travel we've got to go. I don't know if the small quantity will be worth it. Maybe I hold out a little bit right now for oil until I'm able to go in, like, bigger ships, longer distances. Yeah, I think that would be the case. So, in terms of the oil tanker, do we know what carries what? Because that would be good to know, right? We got to figure out what ships can carry what at this point. So, we also have tasks. Okay, there's no tasks. Okay, great. Right. So how do I know then what carries what? Because we've got ships, and it's great. If I go to like do a new route, so the bulk ship is doing what it needs to do. If I did a new route, how do I know? Ah, it says here. So oil is only oil. Container. Ah, okay. Right. It's the processed product is what. So a bulk is the raw. Container is the processed product, kind of almost, give or take. And oil is just oil. Right. Okay, that makes complete sense. That makes complete sense. Right. That makes it now easier to understand. So we are feeding, and we can pretty much, if we wanted to, start exporting this type of good. So I've got to remember, there's lumber, fabric, and liquor. Now, thinking about it, even if I could take the fabric over, I can't. It's the wrong type of ship to Bergen. Makes sense. So wood, fabric, liquor. So port demand. So liquor to Hamburg. Wood to Rostock. I'm wondering if there's any, like, cities that maybe could take two, but is that just me being a little bit greedy? I think so. Would I be so foolish enough to go long distance to maybe New York? Now that is long distance. That is... We need to find something that we can also bring something back. That's what we initially need to do. We need to find something that can bring something back on such a long distance. So, right, okay. So let me just do it one more time, and let me just quickly understand new routes. So, because it's going to have to be a container ship, right? So, looking around, is there anything London really requires? So, fabric and liquor, that's all you're really getting. Fabric and liquor. Exit, yes. I mean, it also demands clothing. Is anybody pumping out clothing? Was clothing something I could bring on a container ship? It is. Okay. So we just need to find somewhere that does clothing. So, port output. Who's getting rid of clothing? Is this going to be a long journey? I can't see anybody kind of outputting clothing. Not really. It's going to be a long journey, isn't it? Right, are we still kind of like making a bit of cash? Total profit last month. Oh, okay. So we actually made money last month. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, but we made some money. I suppose that's a good thing. Right. Right. Rubber. Coal. We haven't really unlocked the industry demands. This is why this one's a little bit better, because there is options. We have options. So let's just create a route then. Let's just create our route. So new route. We'll go from London, which we're going to do it as a container ship. Which can... was it Hamburg I had to go to? It's a little bit difficult to kind of like know. The route cycles through the ports listed order. You can drag and change them. Yeah, I get that. I get that. So Hamburg could accept... Oh, no. Port demand. Industry demand. Ah, no, it was liquor. Or I can go to Rostock for wood. Right. I could go back and forth to here. But it's a level 1. Which means I'm going to have to spend a bit of money. Right, let's do it. And let's just see if it's profitable. Back and forth to Hamburg right now. Very expensive, by the way. Very expensive. So, container. It's... Oh, no meat. Damn. It's only going to deliver liquor to Hamburg. That's all we are getting. I wonder if I can throw in Bergen. Does Bergen does nothing. No. Throw in a Liverpool. No. There is no availability there for us to do anything else. Right, select the container ship. I'll make it go slow to save some fuel consumption. Because it's only a short distance anyway. No need to burn too much. And see how we get on with that. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. But I think we might go for a different part of the world. To see if I can take advantage of oil. Right, where are you going? Wait, you've got to go all the way over here to Hamburg? I thought you could just come in this way to Hamburg. Fine. Right, make some money. I don't know how... You need to set it up where you're making money in both directions. That is... I can already tell that is the little gist of the game. Right, there was a lot of oil in this area. So, port output. So, port output on Arden right now is oil. Of course it is. But am I able to get it? It requires plastic level. So, I can't get it yet until it's leveled up, right? Is that how it works? Maybe I still got to wait for my oil container ships just yet. But, report. How are we looking right now? I don't think we're looking too good, if I'm being honest with you. We're making cash, but our expenses are pretty high. We've got to think about it better. We've got to think about it more logically. On how we can really take advantage of it. No. Get out of here right now. Get out of here. We've got to really, really take advantage of all of this. So, Liverpool is leveled up. It's level 1. It does require oil. We could deliver oil to it. Which could be pretty interesting. Industry action. A ranch in Hamburg. I mean, no, I don't want to place any bids for it. I don't want to spend that kind of money right now. I'm not even working on that type of industry. So, right. There. Oh, hello, shipyard. No, I don't want an oil tanker either. Are they crazy right now? They want to give me an oil tanker when I'm not confident enough in, you know, making money on oil yet? They've lost their mind. They have actually lost their mind. Right. Let's see if I can make this a bit smarter. So I've got 3 places. And if we go on port demand. So port output. Port demand. Industry demand. I'm just seeing between them who wants what. So there is like a demand for cotton in Bergen. Dublin has an output of cotton. It's so tricky to kind of string a train along here. It does feel like super tricky to string a train along here. But I suppose if I just feed one city and just grow the one city, that's probably one of the better things to do, right? I think it would be. So, let's see if I can get oil here then. Let's just see if I can do it. So, port output, the closest place is down here. It does seem pretty far. It does seem pretty far. Now, if I'm going to go down there, it also requires coal. Now, where we... Oh! Liverpool. For coal. No, it's not. It's London. Wait, hold on. I can deliver the oil to London, and that's a Oh, no, I can't. I've just realised. Because it's a tanker ship. That's how they've got me. That is how they've got me right now. Right, Liverpool. All the way down here. I'm going to lease it. And then we're going to put an oil tanker on. It's so far. It's so far. It's so far. I can't express how far this actually is. Right, okay. Let's next it. Let's select it. I'll make it a little bit faster, but not too fast right now. And we'll see how we get on. I'm not confident in this oil route. It could be what bankrupts me, by the way. I'm so not confident in it. Right, where's it starting from, by the way? Oh, we go... I just realised we are going to go down the Suez Canal. Right, there's me boat. Right, there's me boat. So maybe that's what I've got to kind of look towards doing more of. Do we think that this is too short a distance? These routes to kind of make any money of any benefit? I think we'll judge it based on what this oil tanker boat's going to do. I think we'll judge it off that. So where's the ship? It's about to head down the Suez Canal anyway. It's about to head down there. Right? I don't want to place bids. Get out of my face. We're losing lots of money. That's because I keep spending it all. Right. We're heading on the way down right now to pick up oil for the first time. We're now going to load up. And then we've got a large trip going all the way back. So resupplying the boat, off we then go again. Right, okay. Interesting. So while that does that, can I check my other boats? Where's my other ships right now? There's one. Which it does make a profit. Do I have to pay? That one makes a profit. That one makes a profit. This one doesn't. The London to Hamburg container ship does not make a profit. So I'm going to get rid of that route. I'm going to get rid of that route. It's not financially viable. But here comes this ship, by the way, the oil container. What? It just made 900k. How is that not profitable? How is that not deemed profitable on its previous voyage? Right, stop making me buy stuff. Wait, what? So it just made 900k. Why is he not saying that it made money? Is it because it was classed as the week before, maybe? Wait, it's not... Wait, how is that not accounting for my revenue? Am I confused here? I dropped off a load. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'm not quite sure. Right, okay. Now we know what's going on anyway. I can potentially export rubber. Or I could export coal. Now, creating a route. Container ship. You need a bulk to do coal or rubber. And I want to utilize my container ship. Sorry, so you need a bulk for them. So I'm looking at exporting either alcohol, textiles, or lumber, I believe. So if I was to do alcohol, what is the output of alcohol? Is it receiving cotton? No. Are we receiving... I think it might be easy to do lumber. But it's still a bulk ship. Oh my goodness me, this is actually a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. A lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be, boys. We're just going to do alcohol. Now, who wants... So, port demand. Who is pretty far away that wants alcohol? Anybody want alcohol, guys? Okay, that's annoying. The demands are locked on a lot of places, so maybe we're a bit too pushy in that regards. What about fabric? Is fabric a part of it? Right, it is. Okay, right. We're gonna look to do fabric. I think that's the easier one to take on board. Is that the oil ship? No. Where's my oil ship now at this point? I ain't sure. Right, anyway, I'm getting so sidetracked right now. Who demands fabric? Is it too high of a good that there's no point me doing it? I think it actually might be a thing. I think it might be a thing. Right, can I get cotton delivered? So who's outputting cotton? Dublin is outputting cotton. But also Lisbon is outputting cotton. Now, I need to go a bit more distance-based, don't I? I'm kind of understanding I need to go a little bit more distance-based. So, I'm going to buy another bulk carrier. Okay. Because I've got the funds to do it right now. We'll fast forward a little bit. Wait for it to be delivered. It's been delivered. We'll do a new route from Lisbon. Oh, hello. Wrong button. New route. Lisbon. Pay for that. Yeah. Up to Bergen right now. So there's no import of any iron ore. Understandable. But is there any grain we can pick up? So we go Lisbon, Bergen, down to London. Ooh. What if I, as I slowly choke... throw in... Lisbon to... What if I get rid of London and throw Liverpool on? No. So Lisbon to Bergen. So it picks up there, drops off at Bergen. And then can load up timber to go on the way back to Lisbon. Just a way for it to make some money on the way back. And that's going to be my bulk ship. Right, we'll do that. I'll do that. Okay. Right, where's my oil tanker ship? There it is. So apparently then, even though it dropped off 900k and made 900k profit, apparently it didn't count. So let's see what it does this time round. I'm watching this right now with eagle eyes. I am watching it with eagle eyes, boys. So come on, container ship. Oil tanker ship, sorry. Hurry up. Hurry up. Right, I've got my last 4.3 million remaining right now. So that's on the way up. So any minute now it will pull in, which it's about to do. So that made 39k. That just made 947k. Okay, now it's making profit. That's a... Damn. Right, we might need to go more long distance in general. We might need to go more long distance in general. If you, like I said, if you can find a setup where you can make money in both directions, you're laughing all the way to the bank. You really are. Right, this is now about to deliver some timber. This is from London, by the way, not the full shebang distance. But this will make Lisbon slightly happier. So a nice 131. So that's an instant money maker, this route. That is an instant money maker, but we need to learn how to grow the industries. And I think the Liverpool to Bergen route is, as good as it is, it's not far enough to make mass amounts of profit. But now I understand why. It is going to be literally all distance based. So if over here in Arden right now, we are obviously exporting that glorious succulent oil. Logically, you would say, well, why don't you get more oil tankers for it? And the answer would be, yes, I think we should. But they cost $1 million a piece. So if I was to buy, and this is now me risking it for the biscuit, if I was to buy 3 of them, which is going to take 9 days for them to be produced, that's quite a quick turnaround for a big ship, isn't it? Right, we'll get a few of them. So it means I'll have 4 on that route, which, if all goes to plan, money. Right, they're all now being put. I'm going to pay so much more in tax right now because of it. So my route, the Arden route right now, we're going to put on the other tanker boats. There we go. And they were all shipped together. As you can now see, all 3 of them now coming all out at once. But that, every time they arrive, will be an absolutely huge payday. And that's what we need right now. We need big paydays just to give us a little bit of breathing space before we can understand how it all works. No, I don't want to buy. Why are they telling me that it's slightly above normal price, but you're going to get it instantly? Like, I would rather wait the 3 days. Now, we do have technology that we do have to unlock and research. This is something that we're going to have to eventually do, but I just want to get a solid foundation for revenue first before we start to do anything too crazy. Right, Bergen is now prospered, which means it could start accepting the fabric. Now, my route, Liverpool to Bergen right now, could technically include London, but it actually could include London. But I'm probably going to end up changing that route anyway to go a little bit more long distance. It's probably the best thing to do. Right, those 3 ships right now, boys, are on the way back. And this is where we then get a big payday. So I'm hoping once I get this payday, it puts me back to around the 5.2 million. To where I was before I bought those ships. That's what we're hoping for. That is what we're hoping for, boys. Now, this is the ship going all the way up to Bergen right now, carrying the cotton. This route is what's enabled Bergen to level up. And that will be a nice little drop off there, 190,000 big ones. Not bad. And then it will sail down to London to pick up some timber to head towards Lisbon. Right, Liverpool is about to get a bunch of oil right now. Here we go. Oh, it puts us actually above what we had originally. So now those 3 boats have paid for themselves, kind of. We now got 6 million in the bank. We ain't looking too shabby right now. We ain't looking too shabby. So company-wise, we're level 5. We're level 5 right now. I'm not gonna buy anything like that just yet. The reports say we're doing pretty good. Year to date, not too bad. We're in profit on the year, which is more important. That is more important right now. We can see the difference between what we're earning on different stuff and the ports and whatnot. That's kind of cool to see. But where does the AI come into this? I'm not too sure. I'm not sure where the AI does come into this. And if we can maybe eventually buy them out or something like that, that would be pretty cool. But, oh wow, that is losing money, that company. Or that route for that company is losing money anyway. So, we are providing the port with the iron ore, with the oil. I've got to grow the city to 600,000 before I can start giving it computer chips. But even to give it computer chips, it means I have to find somewhere around the world that can produce the computer chips. Now, requires industry level electronics factory. Okay, which is down here. So I need electronics prosperity. There's a lot of stuff we're going to need and require. There is a lot of stuff. But I am feeding it what it wants, just not the quantity and what it wants. So if we do come back for a second episode, what we'll do is we'll pin all of our hopes on one city and try and get the goods from much farther and further afield. I think that makes the most sense because that will ultimately give us larger cash flow. And we can just keep piling into it. So, bit of a mistake in going as far as I did, but it is what it is. This port lease on Hamburg, I'm just going to let it run out, as we're no longer technically using it. But we're doing pretty well. We are doing pretty well right now. So if we can get, and I think we might pin our hopes on Liverpool because we're already satisfying it with 2 types of goods. Not bad. But we are going to have to figure out who's producing electronics and eventually appliances. And eventually, who wants steel, silica, engines, and tires? And then eventually, we got electronics and vehicles we can eventually unlock as well. That's going to be wild all at the same time. Right, guys, let me know what you think about this game. If you want me to turn it into a bit of a mini-series, there's lots of places we've got to explore right now. We've also got so many areas we've got to check out. It's kind of going to be a little bit wild. If you did enjoy this, please smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new so you do get notified when the next episodes do come out. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.